We're now joined by Dr. Mustafa Y. Ali, co-founder and chairman of the Horn International Institute for Strategic Studies based right here in Nairobi, Kenya, just to continue that conversation about Sudan. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the second postponement that we're seeing. What are your thoughts on this, and what is its impact on Sudan's stability?
Thank you for having me, Hannah, on this program. First of all, the postponement means that there will be a lot of apprehension, heightened apprehension about the process itself by the people of Sudan. It's going to negatively affect Sudan's stability, which was slowly to come back. And I believe that the population are going to be again taken back to the edge, and they might go back to the streets. Remember that this is a big challenge because of the seeming disagreements between the pro-military Bashir era elites on the one hand, and on the other the pro-change, pro-democracy groups, which have different visions for Sudan. And secondly, the extra regional powers that have been interfering with the process might find ways to interfere with the process further and advance their own interests. If Sudan is not going to unify, come together, the two groups, and put the country first and move forward to closing the ranks that exist between them.
How do political leaders in Sudan reach an agreement? Because we heard our reporter Nava talking about, like, one of the huge issues is the integration of those armed forces. You've got the military forces saying it could take a year, and then you've got the paramilitary forces saying they believe that it could take up to 10 years. And that's a huge difference just on that one very critical issue. So going forward, looking at that issue, looking at other issues that political leaders need to assess, what do you think needs to be done for them to reach an agreement?
Yeah, the reason why the army, the military, and the paramilitary group is saying that it's going to take a lot longer is because the military and the paramilitary groups are used to influence, are used to power. They amassed so much power during Bashir's time, and they are not ready to relinquish power. They are not ready to relinquish the influence and to go on without the influence that they've had all these years, spanning decades. Now, what is really the onus is really on the military and the paramilitary group. They need to stop the hardline stance and engage in good faith. The pro-change, pro-democracy group will need to improve and engage and be more vigorous in their calls for the change that they had already fought for, and call on their friends and international partners to help them to push the military and the paramilitary groups to soften their stance on what seems to be something that will degenerate into the challenges that we saw last year and the year before.
Dr. Mustafa Ali, thank you so much for all that. He is co-founder He's co-founder and chairman of the Horn International Institute for Strategic Studies and based right here in Nairobi.